You tell me and prove to me that black people are violent and that they're going to take over, and I can open up the New York Daily News and show you white people who are killing their daughters, their husbands, their wives, their children, killing each other off. Well, if we put that in the paper and make it black and white, which is where the whole thing happens. It's in the paper. If a black man does something, it says, John Jones, black this, said black, 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 and did the black, black. Now, if a white man does it, it isn't white man Jones. It's just a man. Nondescript, just a regular old raggedy man went out, killed his 2 daughters and his wife, and shot himself. Now, if he does that, then everybody seems to just either sympathize with it or let it go out the window. But if a black man does it, then any white bigot can point his finger and say, see that? There they go again. Well, that isn't right. You tell me and prove to me that black people are violent and that they're going to take over, and I can open up the New York Daily News and show you white people who are killing their daughters, their husbands, their wives, their children, killing each other off. Well, if we put that in the paper and make it black and white, which is where the whole thing happens. It's in the paper. If a black man does something, it says, John Jones, black this, said black, 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 and did the black, black. Now, if a white man does it, it isn't white man Jones. It's just a man. Nondescript, just a regular old raggedy man went out, killed his 2 daughters and his wife, and shot himself. Now, if he does that, then everybody seems to just either sympathize with it or let it go out the window. But if a black man does it, then any white bigot can point his finger and say, see that? There they go again. Well, that isn't right. You tell me and prove to me that black people are violent and that they're going to take over, and I can open up the New York Daily News and show you what
we winning. 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 Yeah. We winning. We winning. I know they hating out here. Yeah. I know they mad. They all in their feelings. But baby, I don't care. She calling the police on me and everything. Yeah. Somebody need to get on the phone. Call my attorney. Dealing with these hard-headed hoes who ain't learned.
Salute. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Simple Shit TV. I'm your host, Alvin Holden, also known as Project 8020, here with my brother Broken Blade. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. Man, I don't know. That workout really took me out of the what, man?
Yeah, it was
Just a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I haven't quite gotten there yet, but it's in the coffee or the extra caffeine is on the agenda for sure. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, my homeboy / business partner just popped up, and I was like, oh shit, so I had to talk to him right after class, but
That's cool.
so I had to rush off. But nah, man, I'm feeling compelled to speak about this because this delineation thing is important, and I myself, I didn't even realize. Well, real quick, before I get into all that, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to anybody new. What's up? Anti-American, what's popping? I think Bill Cosby got a bad rap. I think that even we didn't realize how the levers worked against someone that was trying to get us on the right track. Yeah. Right? Like, I don't think we really understood the gravity of it all, And even now, I'm finding these links back to these Canadians, and then, you start to see they employed so-and-so and so-and-so, and then this so-and-so has got loyalty to so-and-so, but not to so-and-so. And you really start to see the thing. You really start to see it, and even the whole, even Bill Cosby, you know, we spoke about it. And for those of you that are new on this channel, you might not know, but you know, they did such a good job on Bill Cosby, Broken Blade, that I didn't really even investigate his whole case at first. I was just like, damn, they got another one, you know? And I didn't even like dig into it. And I feel like a jerk for that. Like I again, because the propaganda is so strong. And this is why I feel like I have to say something. And this is only just a clip just to set the table for what we got going on here in a second. Right. But it wasn't until I start, let me just see what this Cosby thing is all about. Cause it wasn't until the Pennsylvania Supreme Court let him out of court. And it was like this big, like it seemed like it kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah. And I was like, wait, what's that all about? That doesn't happen very often. What the hell is that all about? And I'm sure Broken Blade, like I said, I'm retelling the story, not so much for you, but for the audience. Right. And I just remember getting online, and the people that were making the biggest noise were these white lawyers. These white lawyers that were like, God damn it, this is a travesty. I cannot believe they flipping tables and pissed off. And I'm like, that's weird. How is it that these white lawyers are like flipping out, upset, pissed off, civil rights, but no black people, very few black people. And I'm like, damn, what the hell's going on? This isn't making any sense. You start digging into the case and you're like, oh, this case was bull from the very beginning. They just railroaded him. And here's, I'm bringing it full circle. Sorry. I know it was a long way around just to get back to this whole point. The point is that the propaganda has been, that the job that they've done on us is so good that we don't even ask any questions anymore. We don't even ask any questions anymore. They lock one up and they say, hey, he did so and so, and we all just shrug our shoulders and, oh well, don't even ask any questions. Yeah. And so with this delineation thing, with being proud of being a foundational Black American, starting to push that new narrative, you know, you start to see how these crime statistics kind of start to fall apart a little bit. And some of these other things start to fall apart a little bit. And suddenly, like, it illuminates other things. It illuminates the politicians that might not be on our side. All skin folk aren't what? All skin folk ain't your own kinfolk? Yeah. You know what I mean, right? All skin folk ain't your kinfolk. So whatever. So you know, Tariq Nasheed's been just shaking up TikTok. I mean, just shaking up TikTok. And again, we all knew, but it's this concentrated amount of unbelievable, unadulterated hate for foundational Black Americans. And everyone just thinks that it's okay to hate us, which I find to be fascinating. Right? It's like, wow, you guys really, like, that's how you really feel, huh? Damn. Holy shit. Oh, you really think we should be shot in the back? And oh, you really think we haven't done anything in this country? And oh, you really think we're just a bunch of beggars? Oh, you think that, you know, it's like they believe the propaganda. And you get these like self-hating blacks and you hear what they have to say and you're like, damn, this is deep. Like, it's way deeper than I thought. I mean, I thought I was like here, but like, no. There's levels. There's 5, 6, 7 more levels below.
Yeah.
But shout out to Bill Cosby. I'm gonna let this one rock one more time just for the just for the record. Just for the record. Shout out to Bill Cosby, man.
Tell me and prove to me that black people are violent and that they're going to take over, and I can open up the New York Daily News and show you white people who are killing their daughters, their husbands, their wives, their children, killing each other off. Well, if we put that in the paper and make it black and white, which is where the whole thing happens, it's in the paper. If a black man does something, it says, John Jones, black this, said black, 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 and did the black, black. Now, if a white man does it, it isn't white man Jones, it's just a man. Nondescript, just a regular old raggedy man went out, killed his 2 daughters and his wife, and shot himself. Now, if he does that, then everybody seems to just either sympathize with it or let it go out the window. But if a black man does it, then any white bigot can point his finger and say, see that? There they go again. Well, that isn't right.
Bro, this is 50 years ago. Unchanged for 50 years. Unchanged for 50 years. The strategy is exactly the same. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. And you know what? I'm going to prove it to you. Where is that? I'm going to prove it to you. I am going to prove it to you. And I was going to cover some other stuff, but we can get right into it. I had some other articles and stuff I wanted to talk about, but we're going to get right straight into it. This right here. Hold on. Bear with me. All right, here we go. And let me just zoom in a little bit, see if we can make this a little bit bigger for us. All right, cool. Let's see. Exaggerated portrayals. Local television news reports often represented a skewed picture of crime. For example, studies in New York City and Los Angeles found black people were portrayed as perpetrators in a percentage of cases on TV that was much higher than their actual arrest rates for those crimes. Discrepancy in roles across various studies. Black men consistently overrepresented and of perpetrators in crime while being underrepresented as victims compared to both their white counterparts in media and actual Department of Justice statistics. Threatening context media portrayals often depict black suspects in more threatening context than white suspects. They're often more likely to be unnamed, shown in police custody, examples of using mugshots, or in other ways that make them seem more menacing. Underrepresentation in other roles. The media tends to underreport important everyday dimensions of black males' lives, such as fatherhood, employment, which contributes to a one-dimensional problem frame. The real-world consequences. These distorted media depictions can foster a public perception that black people are inherently predisposed to criminality, leading to increased public support and punitive approaches, racial disparities in sentencing, and other forms of inequitable treatment in areas like education and employment. In essence, social science literature indicates that a clear pattern where mainstream media consumers receive disproportionately more information linking black men with crime and violence and other broader social and economic forces that shape their experiences. Now, with all of that, we're still the coolest men on the planet. Ain't that something? They hate us, but they love us. And, you know, and again, I got plenty of non-melanated friends. They know who they know, you know what I'm saying? I play it straight all the way around. So I'm not offending anybody that knows me. They know I'm good. So, you know, they love us. Cornrows in Japan, sweatsuits in Russia, right? High top fades in Africa, cornrows in Sweden.
In Africa.
Football jerseys and starter jackets in Africa. Bro, starter jackets don't go with your flip-flops, bro. Starter jackets don't go with the sandals. And I don't care how much barbecue sauce on it, bush meat is still gonna be bush meat. We don't fuck with it. Monkey paws, we don't fuck with it. I'm just saying. Sorry, I just gotta say it. Anyways, So, Broken Blade, there's been a couple of cases. There's been a lot of cases. There's been a lot of cases over the past couple of days that have, over the past week. And I'm sorry, I kind of lost my voice. It's still barely coming back, which is partially why I've been a little bit, scarce. But there's been a couple of cases that have, had me a little riled up. And again, Broken Blade, part of the reason why this stuff gets so easily pushed, why it's so easy to railroad melanated men, particularly foundational Black Americans, is because of the way that, our reputation is there before we get there. It's not really our representation. It's not really our reputation, but it's the reputation of what the media makes everyone think. And not only that, I started to really, you really start to see that people believe we deserve the type of punishments that we get. People believe that it's not okay we shouldn't be able to defend ourselves. Self-defense doesn't really exist for us. Like, that's a thing. I didn't realize that was a thing, but that's a thing, right? You take the exact same case, right? Carmelo Anthony, right? I have heard just the most ridiculous arguments for this. And they want to deny, even though we know Texas A&M and, was that Arkansas? That kid that scored that touchdown and got bumped by that cop, that highway patrol. Did you see that?
Oh.
We'll come back to that, but it blew the internet up. A kid from neighboring from the opposing school caught a touchdown, ran down the tunnel, just kind of with a head of steam, turned back around with the teammate to come back down the tunnel to go back onto the playing field, and a deputy, bumped shoulders and like gave him a "get out of here, boy" when he was like on his way back on the field kind of thing. And everyone was kind of like, oh, but everyone knows exactly what it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know what that is. Like, we know what that is. But when it really comes down to it and you start having these conversations with some of these people, they try to pretend like that doesn't exist. Get out of here, boy.
The Carmelo Anthony thing, like, what is the same energy with the whole Tamir Rice thing?
Same.
Grown ass man with a real gun.
Same.
His ass, no freeze, no drop the weapon.
Same. We're in fact, we're gonna cover. I got two stories, and then we'll get into Tariq Nasheed. I got two stories that I want to cover. I want to get into, which fall in line with what we've been talking about, just slightly different angles of it, right? This one in particular, because I think we need to start embracing the court system, and we need to really start embracing the civil courts, and we need to really start, just grabbing some of these rights by the neck. Here, let's let this play real quick.
Whopping $26 million to a man who was wrongfully convicted of rape. And
hold on, wait. How much? Hold on. How much?
The city of Tulsa has agreed to pay a whopping $26 million to a man who was wrongfully convicted of
$26 million, bro. $26 million. Listen to this.
Rape and spent decades in prison because of it. News Channel 8's Burt Mumolo reports on the shocking circumstances that led to this massive settlement. Burt.
A devastating portrait of injustice. That's how Henry Jamerson's lawyer describes his case. The story of a man who was told time and again that the crucial evidence in his case, which could prove his innocence, no longer existed, only to find out it actually did.
I don't be playing around with freedom.
When we interviewed him back in April, Henry Jamerson had just filed an 89-page lawsuit in federal court after spending decades behind bars following a wrongful conviction in the 1991 rape of a 16-year-old.
All of it is shocking.
Attorney Dan Smolin is Jamerson's lawyer, who meticulously laid out the tangled web of jaw-dropping allegations of wrongdoing by the police department, the DA's office, and the city, even the current police chief.
I think he definitely knew.
He says, that authorities had the DNA evidence from Jamerson's case, even though time and again when Jamerson asked to have it tested, tested, he was told it no longer existed. Quote, "We decline your request to inspect the Tulsa Police Department laboratory and or property room to search for a piece of evidence that we are certain we have destroyed."
They had maintained that it had been looked for, they had looked at everywhere possible, that it couldn't be found, that they were certain that it didn't exist anymore.
The DA's office, he says,
DNA evidence that proved his innocence. We ain't got it. Sorry. Sorry. So let's just get this right. So he went to court. Somehow he managed to get all the way to court, go to trial, because he didn't take a plea. Go through that. So there's investigators, there's the DA, there's the judge. I mean, I don't know. How many more people do we need to call it a system? Shout out to Cody Marshall. Let's let this rock. Yeah, we'll come back. I'm gonna come right to you in a minute.
jumped on the bandwagon. There is no reason to doubt the city of Tulsa's diligence in failing to locate petitioner's evidence.
That's statements that they made to a court in the Tulsa County Courthouse during evidentiary hearings.
And city legal, no better, he says.
It's been destroyed. The city on letterhead wrote from the legal department, we're not going to go look for something that we're certain has been destroyed.
The city also. So not just the police department, judges, DA, and the city. Got it.
But lo and behold, after a 7-year legal battle, Smolin got a court order to search the property room himself. And within just a few hours,
It was surreal. It was surreal that we had found it. It was surreal that we'd been lied to for so long about the existence of it. It was shocking that Henry had been asking for this and denied the opportunity over decades to have had an opportunity.
Decades.
To get out of prison for a crime that he had nothing to do with.
It's frustrating, man. You know, especially you go to prison for a crime you didn't do. Spend all that time, 24 years in prison.
24 years. God damn.
He wasn't a particularly rich or powerful man, was he?
No.
Is an average brother.
Yep, seems like it.
And the entire fucking city conspired.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Broken Blade, do you think they...
Black folks are paranoid, though.
Yeah. Of course, we're paranoid. Because, I mean, this is victim mentality, Broken Blade. You got a victim mentality. That's why are you always complaining? If you just work harder, you know, and pull yourself up by your bootstraps, then, you know, something like this could never happen.
Actually,
I'm so glad this brother's getting paid. I'm so glad. Because, boy...
if you were real justice, like, on top of the money, you get 5 minutes with the supposed victim, a few of the crooked cops and the rest of them, and they judge.
Oh, brother.
You look case over the head, give him a baseball bat, just...
Oh, brother.
Whatever happens, happens.
You know what? Look, man, look. You go find one of these Venezuelans or these Hondurans, you know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying, that have been dodging ICE, and you'd be like, hey, look, I'll hook you up with a play, like you can lay low or whatever, but I need you to go do this thing real quick. I'll give you a pocket full of cash. You know what I'm saying? Just go handle this thing for me real quick. I don't worry. Just that guy right there. That's just that just over there, that guy. Just go ahead and handle that. You know what I'm saying? With $26 million? Ooh, oh my God. Everybody that had to touch, everyone that would have touched that case better be looking over their shoulder. They better have their head on a swivel. Every single person that had anything to do with that case better have their head on a swivel. And it's not going to be me. And I won't be tied to nothing either. I'm going to give a wink and a nod to a guy I ain't never met. That gives a wink and a nod to another guy that he ain't never met. and then something just gonna happen. And I'm gonna be like, damn, that's unlucky. That's real unlucky. Whoops. You know what I'm saying? Like that is what
fly off a helicopter like that. Yeah, that's some crazy shit, ain't it?
that's crazy, bro. Damn, the propeller just fell off like that. Damn. It just fell out of the sky. Oh shit, that's crazy.
Our whole engine block just fall out of the car like that.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know, you turn the key and it just blew. It just bang, kablooey. That's unfortunate. It just burst into flames, huh? Dang, that must be some karmic justice for that.
Jamerson could have gotten out sooner, but stood his ground, maintaining his innocence.
Could have gotten out sooner. Because here's what would have happened. Most people would have been like, I'm so tired of this. They're never going to let me out. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. Take the plea deal. He comes out and then nobody has to answer for this stuff. Everything can get buried. Because once you sign your rights away, you sign your rights away. You can't come back and sue. You can't come back and file suit. You don't get any of those years back, and that stuff stays on your record. It's an admission of guilt when you do the deal.
They want me to take parole, and I keep turning it down because you take parole, you can't file no lawsuit on it. That means that you take parole, that's saying that you're guilty of that crime. So I didn't mess with it.
And now that
shout out to
case
him,
paid off
man.
to the tune of $26 million. And one outstanding question: will there be any actual fallout within the agencies that led to this calamity?
I think there needs to be fallout from it. The entire detectives division at the Tulsa Police Department needs radical change.
Attorney Smolin released a statement today saying, in part, Mayor Nichols and the city council saved Tulsa taxpayers millions. If a jury had heard how Mr. Jamerson's conviction was based on coerced testimony and how the government withheld or concealed the pertinent DNA evidence for years, the verdict would have likely been astronomical.
Coerced. Oh, so he settled. They didn't even take it to court. The city settled before they even took it to court. They were afraid to go to court. They were like, if we go to court with this, no, we're liable. This is going to bankrupt the whole goddamn city. Shout out to that brother, man. I'm so, Now, Broken Blade, here's the thing. When we're talking all these per capita crime statistics, do they include situations like this where this man spent 24 years behind bars for a crime he didn't commit? Do they take those off the numbers?
Doubtful.
They don't take those off the numbers, huh? Do they count that?
I would assume so.
They should. We're almost 75% of all the false accusations and situations like this. Black men are always getting railroaded, but do they count that stuff? No, they don't really count that stuff. Interesting. I don't know. I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating. We got one more because you know what? Again, I think it's about time we start getting some straightening. I'm glad these cameras are out here. I'm glad there's some DNA evidence out here because it's making it tougher and tougher to railroad these brothers the way they've been doing. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let's just go to full screen. There we go. Let's let this one rock.
Where the city state's
Because I don't know if we covered this or not.
attorney is indicting a Baltimore City police officer caught on camera apparently trying to hit a person with his patrol car.
Alexa Ashwell was at that announcement earlier today. She joins us now with some of the details. Alexa.
Kai Mary, Baltimore police officer Robert Parks, who is currently suspended without pay from the department, is facing several criminal charges, including second-degree attempted murder.
2 weeks after this.
Dude, you saw this clip, didn't you? Where this police officer tried to run this kid down in the field?
I think it popped up in my feed. I haven't seen it yet.
Bro, watch this.
This cell phone video went viral. The officer behind the wheel, identified by investigators as Baltimore police officer Robert Parks, is off the job and now facing criminal charges.
The charges brought forward in this indictment reflect the seriousness and dangerous nature of the actions we all witnessed in the viral video of Officer Parks driving his vehicle directly at a civilian while on duty.
Baltimore City State's Attorney Ivan Bates announcing Officer Parks has been charged with attempted second-degree murder and reviewing what he says cell phone video and area surveillance captured in North Baltimore back on October 28th.
Officer Robert Parks drove to Wiley Liquors Bar.
In this indictment, investigators say Officer Parks instructed a group of people outside Wiley Liquors Bar to take a lap, and then a short time later attempted to stop a man by the name of...
Can we start there real quick? He walks up on a bunch of dudes minding their own business, loitering, and tells them to take a lap. Now we know what that is. You're not supposed to be able to do that. That's against the law. But they do it anyway. And nobody bats an eyelash. These cops come and they bully people around, and you're not supposed to be able to do that. If I'm in a public space and I'm enjoying a soda pop or a bag of chips and I'm hanging out with my fellas, you don't have the right to tell me where I can and cannot be. But we allow it. And then when we don't, or if there's a problem, this dude tried to run this kid down like a dog.
Mr. Smith. During today's press conference, Bates confirming he had a misdemeanor warrant out for his arrest. In this indictment, investigators
Once again, misdemeanor warrant. Okay.
say Officer Parks instructed the man to walk towards him, but the man refused.
Officer Parks proceeded to drive his police cruiser onto a paved driveway directly at the individual and with increasing speed.
Then, in this grassy area, investigators say Officer Parks actually struck the man with his patrol vehicle. The incident captured on this viral video. Fox 45 News talking with the man who recorded it.
On my mind, automatically, the camera is power. So once I pull this out, I know I got him. The police car, fastest, coming, ready, hit my man, like, for no reason.
Then Fox 45 News also questioning the police commissioner.
Best thing we can do is what we've been doing is be transparent.
Best thing we can do is be what? Wait, what?
Police commissioner.
Best thing we can do is what we've been doing is be transparent. We saw it. We don't like it. We did something about it.
The department confirming this week Officer Parks was now suspended without pay. Now the 5-year veteran of the department facing criminal charges. State's Attorney Bates also on public trust.
When a police officer threatens the safety of those who are sworn to protect, it erodes the crucial trust.
He literally tried to run him over with a vehicle. Bro, broken blade. So what you saw, he did a U-turn. Like first he actually bumped him when they were in the field. Like, yeah, he did hit him. He actually did hit him with the car. The kid just kind of bounced out and then ran back the other direction. We'll find the full clip. He pulls out onto the street. They turn the corner, go down another block, go down another alley. And this cop tried to hit him and ended up running through a fence into somebody's backyard. Like crashed his cruiser trying to hit this kid. Like literally crashed through a fence trying to hit him.
To the black folks of Baltimore, don't y'all let them get quiet about this shit. We know the move. Come up with some other news story, people focus on that. He quietly back on the job. Fuck that.
That's a fact. Well, they're there. I think they charged him with attempted. They got him with attempted deletion on this one, 2nd degree. So this one now his sentence might be trash, but he's gonna have to. And Lord knows they'll probably get quiet and they'll try to settle out of court most likely.
I hope Tariq Nasheed, shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Every FBI voice stays on this shit. Like, make sure he gets a proper sentence.
Amen.
Failing that, somebody might need to start sending some folks to a higher court. Amen.
Well, I think somebody did. There's a couple of stories. I'm not going to cover it because maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it. There's been a couple of them. There's been a couple of them lately where some brothers went ahead and sent the police to the upper room.
Between the community and law enforcement that is critical to the historic reductions on violent crime in our city.
Mayor Brendan Scott released this statement on the officer's indictment, writing in part, quote, "This officer's actions were unacceptable and completely at odds with how we expect our public servants to act." We'll let you know when Officer Parks is scheduled to appear in court. Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
Now, what would possess a police officer to be able to think that he could run another human being down in the street and get away with it. The only reason why one would do something like that is if he didn't think that he was going to get in trouble. Why would a police officer think that he wouldn't get in trouble for running down a human being in the street? Because our reputation precedes us. Because if something were to happen and this guy ends up dead or deceased, or unalived, and there wasn't a witness there with the camera, it would be this cop's word against anybody else's, and didn't look like he had his camera on, or that camera video evidence would disappear. Suddenly all the CCTV video on the street would have disappeared. And then he just would have just been another dead black kid that had a misdemeanor something or other. And no one would have been upset except for that kid's mom.
Sprinkle some crack on him, keep pushing.
Sprinkle some crack on him. But you know, that's a victim mentality, Broken Blade. Victim mentality. Look, we got just a little bit more. I'm going to get a little bit more boring with y'all for a split second. I just want to cover this one article before we get into the jokes, the Tariq Nasheed and the jokes. This is just an article. Let's see here. Let's do it like this. What does it say? Color of change with Media Matters for America to study the representation of black people in local news reporting on crime. The result is an outrageous level of distortion. While 2 out of every people in NYPD are arrested for deletion, assault, and theft, 3 out of every 4 are black. The news media shows responsible for those crimes. The exaggerated amount of black faces linked to crime breeds suspicion and hostility towards black people, and does the underreport and does the underreporting of white perpetrated crime. And that's not even factoring the vicious over-targeting of black people by police in the first place. With WABC being the worst, local news stations are singling out black people unfairly and disproportionately focusing their crime reporting on black suspects and inaccurately exaggerating the proportion, there's that word again, of black people involved in crime. They are reinforcing stereotypes and biases that have serious consequences for black people in everyday life. Now, once again, part of the reason why I'm bringing this up is that these immigrants use these statistics and these stereotypes to talk smack about us. These things that are not true. Immigrants. These stations have failed the most basic responsibility of journalism, to report the news accurately. Of our news accuracy report card evaluates each major network affiliate in New York City and their accuracy in crime reporting. They can and must do better. Let's see what this says. The police over target 51%. Let's see, 51% are black. Let's see, the news media over exaggerate, but 75% of the people shown on local news station and broadcast as responsible for those crimes are black 75% of the time. Now, we just talked about Broken Blade. We just talked about judges, DAs, police departments, and the city, right? In addition to that, we've got television executives and TV producers. Are we getting it yet? You think? Like, this is Simple Shit TV. The reason why I called it that is because I just want to keep it real basic. We don't have to get super duper deep over here. Broken Blade, have I painted have I done enough to at least raise an eyebrow? News report.
A reasonable thinking person, absolutely.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Well, news capitalism likes to come into play, so who knows?
Who knows? News reporters are broadcasting bias over time, and accurate reporting limits empathy and causes viewers to develop hostility against black people. That sounds accurate. Inaccuracy is dangerous for black people. Often unconsciously, people act out their biases and treat black people as if the media stereotypes are real. I mean, There's something to that. There's something to that. There's something to that. So recently, there's been a little dust up in the black media space. There's been a little dust up, Broken Blade. And the people that are supposed to be leading the charge and telling us where we should be and who we should be voting for and who we should be talking to, suddenly they're not as important. And you know, since the other man is getting the larger share of fish nuggets and butter biscuits, there's been some Broken Blade, have you ever seen like raccoons fight? Have you ever seen?
I think we're about to see it now.
You ever seen raccoons fight? It's violent. It's violent. It's crazy. It sounds crazy too. It sounds like, you know, like a couple of scolded cats, you know, fighting a mutt. Like it sounds, it's crazy sound. This is kind of like how if I were to imagine what that sounded like in real life, it'll probably sound like this. Shout out to Pink Book Lessons. Pink Book Lessons got this clip. Now this is Charlemagne the Gods, and I can't even call him that. His name is Leonard. This is Leonard's clapback after Roly-Poly here, kind of talk smack about good old Leonard on his show. Now, Roland has he's got a stick up his butt with this whole FBA thing. He doesn't like that. The boule, is that what they call it? The boule?
Yeah.
They don't like this foundational Black American thing. They don't like that. Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like it. I think that they feel because see, white supremacy, if they can't use them, YT supremacy, if it can't use them, they get discarded, and their usefulness is becoming questionable. The usefulness from old Roly-Poly is I think the writing's on the wall. I think he can feel it. So, you know, again, just like that other group, the Canadians that we were talking about, you know, they're just.
No, you're not on the side of his head, man. Well, all those there's a light and go.
You know, when you got that meaty head like that, bro, you know, the meat just goes where the meat's gonna go, you know? I mean, he might, which one? Because there's a bunch of creases and things on his face. He looks pretty swollen here.
Right above his right eye. Like
yeah, maybe. You know what I'm saying? His hairline running from that knot on his forehead. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I mean, it looks like, I don't know, maybe you should rub some Crisco on it. I you know, shout out to Roland. Broken Blade, look, you know what? If I was, never mind. I'm gonna leave Roly-Poly alone. Let's hear what, because Pink Book Lessons did a great, Pink Book kind of just let them do their thing. But, yeah, them damn Canadians. Freaking Canadians, boy, everywhere. Have you not noticed how these Canadians are everywhere, bro? Everywhere. All I see is the Canadian flag, and we're sending money to Canada, and then to Canada. They're everywhere. They own this bank. They own that bank. They own this media company. They own that media company. I don't know. There's something to it, bro. Let's hear what Roly-Poly's guys say.
We can agree to disagree on that, but to say that I put out misinformation, that's just a fat, rotund Martin lie.
Ooh.
Now, I like that. I've got a little bit more, just a little bit more. I'm with you. There is a reason Rotund Martin wants to paint the Breakfast Club, me in particular, as a person spreading misinformation. See, I'm going to pull the curtain back a little bit, not too much because it really don't matter. I just want some of you to know people's motivation. Roland Martin is a hater. Okay, he be hating on me behind the scenes to anybody who will listen. He will say something negative about me, and it's always in regards to how I'm moving in this media space. In particular, anything in the political realm. It's always a, why does he get this? Why does he get that type of thing? Why is he on cable news? Why do politicians go sit with the Breakfast Club? Roland, I don't know. Okay, favor ain't fair, but he will do all that hating, but loves texting my phone asking to come on the Breakfast Club. Correct? If he doesn't, okay, just be
Tired?
Whoa. But I love to come on the Breakfast Club. Talking smack. I mean, you know what?
And anybody who sees his competition. He did the same thing with Stephen A. Smith. He did the same thing with Tariq Nasheed too. I mean, he's done it to a bunch of people. He's in competition with anybody that's black, that has any influence or platform with a black audience. Very simple. He's competing for the attention of black people because it's that attention that's used to get money and butter biscuits from the Democrat Party. He was already exposed for getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last cycle alone.
Now, you know what? This is unacceptable. This is over here with Miss Hot Sauce in her bag herself. Shookin' and jiving, boy. Shookin' and jiving, boy. Shookin' and jiving. Look, do I have any... Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out Cody Marshall. Do I have any Democrats in the chat? If you're a Democrat, speak up. I'm curious. I have some questions. I have legitimate questions. And I just, you know. Is there any Democrats? Do we got any Democrats in the chat? Democrats or tethers? Tethers or Democrats? I mean, I'm sorry, immigrants. Immigrants or Democrats? Do we have any of those in the chat? No? I got questions. I just got questions. I wouldn't even be mean to you at all. I'm not even trying to be mean. I just have questions. I really do. I have legitimate questions about the Democrat Party and the direction of the Democrat Party and what has the Democrat Party done for foundational Black Americans? What has the Democrat Party done for blacks in this country? And how can a current Democrat get by the fact that the Democrat Party was in fact the party of the Klan? Adam, what is that? Braxton, are you a Democrat? I know you're kind of liberal in your thinking, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm kind of curious to know how the Dems are feeling right now. If someone wants to speak up and defend Democrats, I would love to hear it. I'm gonna let this rock. If anybody wants to take me up on that, say something in the comments. I'll send you the link. I'm curious to know how Democrats can defend the behavior of the DNC over the last, 20, 40, 50 years.
And he's always begging for more money. So yeah, he's in a constant fight to show them that black people listen to him when we don't. The only people that really listen to him are the baby boomer catfish Christians. That's it. And you can add the HBCU boule crowd too. So when Roland Martin see all these people on the Breakfast Club, politicians coming up there, he's jealous. When he saw politicians talking to Stephen A. Smith and his audience listening, he's jealous. And for years, when he witnessed the Black American Renaissance Tariq Nasheed is pushing, he's been jealous. That's because no matter the platform, he saw their audience as blocks of black people. Into a political party, they're seen as blocks of voters. So when you're constantly fighting to be the HNIC of Negro political influence and media, and no one is really rocking with you, that's how you see that jealousy oozing out. And it's not just Roland Martin, but that's who we're talking about right now. Roland Martin is extremely jealous that these other names even come up in politics as individuals with any significant influence because of their audience. He's competing for the audience. He's competing for the attention, ultimately to compete for more butter biscuits.
Super correct. Okay, one day, a few years ago.
Now, shout out to Cody Marshall. That was an appropriate timing for that. Shout out to Cody Marshall. Sometimes you do be on the money, brother. You be on the money sometimes. Shout out to Cody Marshall, my brother from another mother. Shout out to Nola, baby. Shout out to Nola. One more just for good measure. Shout out to Cody Marshall. That's my man right there. That's my man right there. Here we go.
I'm sitting at home. Roland texts me and says, hey, tonight on my show, we are going to talk about Tyler Perry and BET. At the time, it was rumors of Tyler buying BET. And the headline of the video he posted was Roland's blistering deconstruction of Paramount's idiotic failed attempt to sell BET. So I'm watching this video because he asked me to. And about 40 minutes in, one of the brothers on the panel starts bigging up Roland's Black Star Network, as he should. And he just Do a random shot at me, which Roland tends to let people do. Let's listen.
The Black Star Network is doing something that is, in the teaching profession, we call it God's work. It's thankless work. People might not necessarily understand it, but as you said, when there's something that folk need some reliable information on, you see the numbers explode. They come here. And
Now, now, all right, I'm not trying to beat Charlemagne to the punch, but I do have to highlight the point that the internet is where we're all communicating. Even currently now, we're on the internet, on YouTube, and I think I'm actually also streaming on Facebook. I'm trying it. I don't know. But I'm a very conservative person. Facebook is not a very comfortable place for it. So I have a strong, this is the first time I've actually done this show on Facebook. I'm afraid. I have that window closed. I have no idea what's going on over there. Luckily, nothing's come through in the chat. A lot of people don't even know I do this. I have built this audience completely separate from my Instagram and Facebook. My YouTube is completely separate. So this is the first time I've ever cross-pollinated. So I have no clue what's gonna come up out of the shadows or the rocks or whatever after this is done. I have a feeling I might mess around and make a whole bunch of people mad, but I digress. So it's interesting that we are on the internet, communicating on the internet, getting information on the internet, but then they'll talk smack about people on the internet and people that are reporting the news on the internet. Yeah. And it's like, bro, that's where people are. You have to get the information and you bring it to the internet because that's where the people are. And then you build your audience from there. I digress.
It's a house slave mentality.
I'm so glad you said that because we're going to come right back around to that. It's like almost like you're in my, it's like we're connected. It's like telepathically.
You watch YouTube a lot. I mean, I try to stay out of digital world because I try to continue to be analog, as you can see, but I can't fight the future. So I look at YouTube a lot too for that very same reason.
For that very same reason. Now, I'm sorry, brother, but, and that's the thing, man. Some of these guys, just because they got a bunch of books on the shelf, that's this guy right here. That's the guy that's speaking. This guy right here.
Delusional smooth brain minions.
Digital world because I try to continue to be analog, as you can see, but I can't fight the future. So I look at YouTube a lot too for that very same reason.
And here's where Roland Martin and his delusional smooth brain minions continue to expose just how idiotic they are, since they love calling everybody idiotic. Sir, Roland Martin's show is not on CNN or ABC somewhere. Y'all on YouTube too, just like everybody else. What are you talking about? We're all in the same place. But listen to them. They're totally delusional. How could anybody listen to people who lack self-awareness like this? He's talking about people being on YouTube when they're all on YouTube too. You can't make this stuff up.
They make it up.
I'm saying this to say that, we saw what happened to Bomani Jones at HBO or ESPN. High quality analysis. He couldn't stand. And then you see them throw something out, Comedy Central, Brother Leonard or Charlemagne, whatever he calls himself. That ain't high quality analysis.
My brother, I don't know your name, but you can big up the Black Star Network without throwing shots at what I was doing on Comedy Central at the time. You can love on Roland and big up what he does without slandering me, but whatever. If that's what you got to do to remain in rotation on Roland's YouTube page, God bless you too. Now, in that same episode, Roland had this to say about me. Mind you, he texted my phone and told me to tune in and listen.
That is some cold shit. He's like texting somebody and telling them to tune in so that you talking shit. so they can listen to you talk smack to throw shots. That's some grimy stuff right there. Like, wait, you're gonna text my phone directly so that I can watch so that you can talk smack about me on your show. Okay, bet. Say less.
You know what? I have not said this publicly, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. And I would love for the current leadership of BET to prove me wrong. When we were in Atlanta covering Melanie Campbell's grassroots organizing event in Atlanta, this was May? I ran into a sister and she said, I'm so glad to meet you. She said, I know so much about you. And I was like, really? She says, yes. She says, after the death of George Floyd.
Broken Blade. I have a problem with people that tell stories about a fact that can't be proven and no one's there to speak up for a thing. Right? Like if you could tell a story, right? But if you tell the story to solidify some sort of a fact, then they should be available and you should be able to name them so I can go back and check your homework. Yeah. Right? Like you can't be like, some man sometime told me that I was the best they ever saw. It's like, like what? Like, what are you talking about? But that's a problem that I have with this particular story. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
Said, the leaders of BET came to me and said, it's time for us to do it.
The leaders of BET came to her. So a person that he didn't even give a name for And said, what now?
News show. And she said, I ran the research. And she said, we did exhaustive research. We studied day parts, we studied shows, we studied other networks, we looked at radio, we looked at newspaper, we looked at podcasting. She said, we studied demographics, 18, 24, 24, 35, 35, 44, 44, 54, 55 plus. And she said, after we ran all the metrics, she said the research came back, and the number one person they said, Black America said they wanted to see host a news show on BET was you.
Go fuck yourself.
Excuse
anybody that in his age range does say people would believe it would be Tavis Smiley.
Ain't no 18-year-olds trying to see Roland Martin, bro.
No.
Ain't no 25-year-old trying to see Roland Martin. Ain't no 30-year-old trying to see Roland Martin. Like, what are we talking about? Like, if he would have said 45 to 55, 55 to 65, I would have been like, all right, maybe.
Yeah.
I might have believed that. You know what I'm saying? My mom's, I would have believed that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because as you know, this is, but he went all the way up through the whole demographic. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here.
When Tavis Smiley lost the job of BET, he had a new show on BET that was cut. I remember people feeling some type of way about that. Because he said, I forgot he was on TV One. That show, I heard crickets. I didn't heard no backlash, nobody upset. Who's this woman? Bag lady walking down the street like crazy schizo bitch. Like, come on, bro.
People are tired of the lying. They're lying, like, bro. Any. That's why I want to, like I said, if there's any Democrat out there that wants to get on camera and defend the Democrat Party, please, 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 I will send you the link. You can come on up here. I have questions. Any Democrat that can speak intelligently, someone that can speak intelligently. I want someone that can actually defend the actions and the policies of the Democrat Party over the last 40 years. We don't even have to go that deep, 10 years. I would love. I have questions. Yo, me too. Hey, look, bro, I'm kind of old too, bro. You see all this gray? There's more gray than black. You know what I'm saying? Looking all salt and pepper over here. I'm getting my old grown man on right now. I need to shave. Anyway, shout out to the salt and pepper kings out there.
She said it was you. She said Charlemagne was on the list. And she said, and then when Comedy Central launched his show, she said they're using my research.
Well, Roland, who else was on the list? Okay, why do you have to let people know that out of all the other people who I'm sure was on the list, Charlemagne the guy was on the list? Roland, I am not your competition, and I refuse to be responsible for how you feel about yourself. You accuse Breakfast Club of spreading misinformation because you are trying to discredit me and the platform I have helped build at a desk on Amplify what you're doing. You don't have to do that, brother. You already up. You are a 56-year-old seasoned political pundit. You have a lot of respect in the space of political commentary. You are a trusted source for a lot of people, Roland. Be secure in that and stop projecting your insecurities onto me. There's a lot of things I disagree with Roland on, and even with knowing he be sneak dissing, not once until today have I ever spoken on him in a public manner.
Not once has he ever. Now, you know, and that's another thing too. We got this. What is it? We got this Highlander syndrome. Have you heard this, Broken Blade? Highlander syndrome.
There can be only one.
There can only be. What was the? What? I mean, is that? Do you get that? I don't get jealous like that.
No.
I don't even have a Highlander body. Like if I see somebody that's doing something right or getting it, I'm like, oh, what's he doing right? Let me dissect what he got going on. What's my version of it? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even like biting off people for real. To be honest, even this Tariq Nasheed, right? I gotta be real. Ladies and gentlemen, can I tell y'all something? I'm gonna share you guys a piece of data. Every video we talk about Tariq Nasheed is like 4x all my stuff. It's like 4 or 5x all my stuff. I don't know whether people just like to hate on him. I don't know what. Tariq Nasheed is got his own gravity. He is like Jupiter in this bitch. He may not be the sun, but he's hella big. And he be tearing stuff up. He be tearing stuff up. Tariq Nasheed is a force to be reckoned with, ladies and gentlemen. And I really appreciate it. And you know what? He's got the man's got his mouthpiece on point. He's got his points. It's hard to trick him into getting excited and out of his body. He avoids talking about the Canadians. He stays on point, and he is on lineage business. A great example of how you should handle yourself in this media space. And I can see why he's got these people upset. I can absolutely see.
Not once until today have I ever spoken on him in a public manner. And it's never been disparaging. Not even a fat joke. And I always thought Tariq Nasheed called
not even a fat joke.
Calling him Gerald Dessert was hilarious.
Gerald Dessert is probably the funniest.
But rolling out here lying, accusing us of spreading misinformation, that's an intentional attack to discredit us. What if I did an intentional attack to discredit you?
Uh-oh, here it comes.
What if I said, could someone out there make me an AI video? Okay, I want an AI video of the Stephanie Mills challenge. And I want Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffrey singing, I never knew love like this before. And I want Roland Martin in the background of that video dancing for Democrats like he do. I'm talking boogieing for biscuits. And I want the caption to say, we told Roland Martin he can cut in line at the all-you-can-eat bussy buffet, and he agreed to be our backup dancer. What if I asked people to do that for me? That would be an intentional attack.
That's that.
That's a sneak diss. That is a sneak diss. Shout out to Hootsie. What's up, brother? So like I was telling you, like I don't really be on Facebook. He got a AI superhero. Shout out to Hootsie. You know what I'm saying? They got the superhero thing popping. I was gonna say that I saw what you did. I saw that. I saw a superhero looking all buff and stuff. Shoot, and he got that black don't crack skin. That brother looks like he's 39 years old. Like he's 35 years old. Freaking got grown ass kids and he's 35 years old. Yeah, shout out to Hootsie. But yeah, that was a sneak diss. Roland could take a lesson.
Actually really funny, and I can see it now. And no, I don't feel sorry for Roland Martin. He really deserved this roast. He's a very jealous Judy. He's been lashing out at everybody for years on behalf of the Democrats, even people who also supported Democrats. But whenever they say something that doesn't fall in line with the masses' agenda, they march his big bubbly self out there trying to act like he's some sort of enforcer when he can't enforce nothing but the Golden Corral buffet line, showing he's in competition to be the biggest puppet. That's why he's shown extreme jealousy towards all these other media personalities and influencers that's getting more viewers than him, or even the smaller ones.
I'm sorry, dog. Look, if you're always on TV, you gotta get in the gym, dog. Like if you're trying to be on national television, you gotta be fit. Ain't no look, where is your neck, brother? Look, what is that? Is that a wait a minute. What's that under his beard? What's that between his beard and the microphone? What is that? Is that like a, what do they call that? Is there a name for that besides a second chin? Is there another name for that? What is that? That's a look. What is it? What? Like it's got the neck of your t-shirt all stretched out, brother.
It's nasty work. You got to grow a beard to mark where your chin is.
Hey, look. You're open for that, right? If you always got that thick turkey, I'm telling you, look, if you're always talking about they need to be watching me, right? Isn't that what he said? They shouldn't be watching them, they should be watching me. Okay, so they should be watching you, and you look like you look. I'm gonna judge someone that's completely out of shape, man. I just am. I'm gonna judge somebody that's out of shape. And it's not like he doesn't have ample time. He's been fat for forever. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have been done lost 100 pounds. I'm just saying he could have been done lost 100 pounds. Like after a couple of like roly-poly jokes, which have been coming for the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right? You would think that he would go and be like, you know what? I'm tired of these fools calling me fat. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get on my juices and I'm going to get on my morning workouts and my evening walks.
That's what he did.
Somebody said earlier he just got just stayed on that Popeyes, but that's okay.
I mean, anybody that's getting the ear of black people, carving out any space at all, because if they're taking any space in the minds of black America, it's like taking another bucket of chicken or butter biscuits away from Roland Martin.
But I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to ask you to do, sir, is don't tell no lie on me, and I won't speak truth about you.
Uh-oh.
Mr. Roland Martin, the biggest hee-haw.
Now that was a Kendrick Lamar line, by the way. Triple chin. I'm just saying. Roland satisfied being a useful tool. Pause. Hell yeah. No, you ain't lying.
Oh, no pause.
Yeah, no Diddy. Okay.
More on this later.
All the Diddy. Okay, so Broken Blade.
More on this later.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So look, so we just covered judges, police, DAs, city. We've got TV producers and executives. And the people that are supposed to be in the media helping us out, this is what we got to choose from.
Both of them.
You know what, bro? That's not enough, Broken Blade. You know what? Because I don't think we understand the situation that we're in. I don't think we really understand. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I don't think we understand. I don't think. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. He's gonna come up here in just a second, but listen how these people are trying to remix the situation.
We're reminding everyone within the sound of our voices that it was immigrants who built this country.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, run that back. Wait, what?
I want to start reminding everyone within the sound of our voices that it was immigrants who built this country.
Immigrants? Immigrants.
I want to start reminding everyone within the sound of our voices that it was immigrants who built this country.
Huh. They just skipped right on over the slavery part, huh?
Africans who were enslaved, who had no opportunity for freedom.
So wait, were we immigrants or were we slaves? Oh, I see what they're doing there. They're trying to, that's one of those Canadian tricks. That's what the Canadians do when they're trying to, this clever gal. See what she did there? She's trying to, you know, it's like schmemishism, you know what I'm saying? You tie that in with the anti-black, you know what I'm saying? You tie, you know, you slip that on in there, you know?
Freedom of thought. We're in fact immigrants.
No, the hell we weren't. What the hell? No, we weren't.
Shout out to Tariq. Hold on, I want to get that.
We're in fact immigrants.
No, the hell we weren't. What the hell? No, we weren't.
Now, we're talking about immigration as if it's something over there or over there. But the harm to every immigrant is harm to every one of us.
We are not immigrants.
And you know what's crazy too? We used to say the same thing about us, but nobody really listened. We'd be like, hey, when they beat on us, that's like them beating on y'all. And they were like, yeah, shut up, Blackie. Run and then sprinkle some crack on it, and then they go on about their business.
In this country, we want to believe that the competition.
Hey, has anybody else noticed that there ain't none but just white folks standing behind her? But whatever. I'm just saying. Do I have any? I need some Democrats. Is there any Democrats in the chat? Please. I have questions. Foundational Black Americans ought to go to, what did it say? Go to the Black Americans of Brazil, Portuguese trafficked more West African slaves there, English colonies, for 10%. Says, yeah, we know this.
Yeah. What's your point?
What's your point? A bunch of slaves got here, and there's a bunch of indigenous blacks that were here that they all got thrown into the slavery bucket together. And if they didn't go into the slavery bucket, they ended up hanging from a tree. We decided we were going to tough it out together, and we did. And we became what you see before you now. Now what? And I'm sorry, but I don't know any famous black Brazilians. Not to say that Pele, the soccer player, Pele. And I think what is another dude, Ronaldo, he's the darker Brazilian. He's on the darker side, but he's still got good hair though, I think. So, but we'll claim him. I'll claim him as, he's black enough, I suppose. But where, I don't know where's and I'm sure over there they have the Brazilian Bill Cosby or the Brazilian Michael Jordan. Well, that's Pele, or the Brazilian MLK, or the Brazilian Malcolm X, or the Brazilian, I'm sure. But our version has somehow made it around the world and everybody knows who they are. And so it is what it is. But, I don't know. Didn't really say anything that we didn't already know, but shout out to him.
Hey, shout out to Brazil.
Shout out to Brazil.
It has protected us all. And in fact, it
They don't like black people there though, for real.
has not. But that doesn't mean
They're hella racist there. They're hella racist. And it's I think it's worse than here. It's like they hate you and they really stand on that shit over there. At least over here you can you can talk shit to a white man every once in a while and get past. Shout out to I'm Dominican. Jerome, I didn't realize you were Dominican, brother. That's okay. That's cool. But you be rolling with us though, so
that we can't work to ensure that it does. In the Charlotte Network area, there are people standing behind me who have committed to ensure we are going to protect the people of this residence. We hope that includes all of you. From 2016 to 2020, I would go.
Dang, she got a woman with a baby in the back. Like it really is the Democrat Party. Please, if there are any Democrats out there that can defend these people, I would love to have you up here.
To hearings to stop deportations. And in those hearings, there'll be no one there but myself and maybe two other people. So this is not a new concept. This is a more egregious concept. We have
because FBAs ain't really rocking with that. That's not an issue with us. That's why we ain't coming up there. This is why they're pushing this narrative, because they can't get us on board, ladies and gentlemen. They can't get us on board. This
that's not our problem.
Woman giving tether vibes. They can't get us on board. So this is why they're trying to create this narrative that we're immigrants too. No, the hell we are not.
Nope.
I'm done spending.
We are not. We are not immigrants. Hey, real quick, man. Broken Blade, I gotta ask.
Yeah.
You cook for yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
So being in this, quick timeout. I'm in this affluent area in San Francisco, right? And so like the grocery store, so there's a couple grocery stores. There's a grocery store that's pretty close to me. That's like kind of more of a neighborhoody grocery store. So it's pretty pricey. Like they got fancy stuff in there. It's expensive. I can't lie. It's expensive, right? And then there's a Safeway about 6 or 7 blocks away. So half the time, to 2/3 of the time I go to the big Safeway over there. But if it's something, whatever, I'll go to this one over here. So I'm in the Safeway and I'm minding my own business, headphones in. I'm just like getting a handful of things I need. And I'm noticing that people are, when someone's shopping with someone else's shopping list and they're like looking for stuff, not because they are looking for like, I like this type of ketchup and I like this type of soup or this type of whatever. Like they're looking for the specific thing.
Online and they're
brother, half the people in there were buying groceries for other people. And I'm thinking to myself, how much money would I have to make that I would have to order someone else to go get my groceries? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to be that rich. I don't know if I'll ever be that rich to be paying someone else to go get my groceries.
It's not so much an issue of riches, convenience or laziness.
I'll never be that.
It does all right. It's not like crazy rich people here, but yeah, the stores here, I've seen people like the employees shopping for other people.
I mean, it's fine. I get it. I'm just saying, like, what is that? That can't be. Bro, that like defeats it can't be cheap. It can't be cheap.
Oh no, hell no.
Like it can't be cheap. Like it can't. And like, Okay. Case in point. Well, we got a burger joint up the way. What's the like a not super duper burger, but there's a burger joint up the way over there. Okay, bacon cheeseburger with some fries is like $25. Right? I can go get 3 pounds of ground beef for $25. Now,
it probably makes something better.
And I'm like, how can I justify? I mean, maybe every once in a while, right? Like but like, bro, man, I made me a 1 pound burger this afternoon after our workout, brother. No bun. Fuck that thing up, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a $30 burger I ate for $5. $5 with all the fixins. I mean, come on, man. Like, who can? Anyways, I'm sorry. I went on the tangent. I'm sorry. It just shocked me how many people. It was like half the people in the grocery store were shopping for other people, not for themselves. I could tell. And that's crazy to me. That's crazy. Oh, sorry.
Sitting in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Wait, what did she say?
A little man sitting in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue who really believes that Hitler was the greatest man ever on earth, whose whole vision is to be just like Hitler, and trying to create a 1940s Germany right here in the United States.
First of all, go ahead.
Evidence. Present the quotes.
Like, you just saying stuff.
We're not Psycho Trump rules over here, but let's not be unreasonable.
You're just saying stuff.
Trump might have a slander case, and he is very comfortable being very litigious.
No, he's been winning them things lately. He's been winning them things. MSNBC, CBS, yeah, BBC, yeah, he been winning them cases. He has been winning them cases. They've been doctoring up his stuff. He's like, oh, Birdman hand rub. Birdman hand rub. Yeah. He's like, okay.
And like then, many people said, well, it's them, not me. Until eventually it was them.
Hey, that's what Tether said. Yeah, you know who else said that? It's them, not me. Tethers. Tethers were up here calling us bullet bags and y'all get hit by the police. Y'all Tethers were doing that. And we tried to warn you Tethers. Now look. Yeah, y'all were the main ones saying all that. It is those black Americans, not me. I went hard. It's them. They don't
I work hard.
know how to act. Y'all were saying that. Don't try to come give us no damn Easter speech now like, oh, we all in it together. No, we ain't.
No, we ain't.
No, we're not.
No, we are not.
The hell out of here. Somebody said she's Haitian. What is she? That mouth is giving Cameroon. I don't know. Like she's Haitian jerk chicken and some damn jollof. I don't know.
Shout out to Tariq Nasheed, boy. He be roasted.
We can no longer be silent. Our responsibility is to understand our responsibility as a human being. To care, to be considerate, to be passionate, to be loving towards one another. We're talking about human beings. So when we say immigration or immigrants, we're talking about human beings, men, women, and children, who are walking in the city, who are working in this city, who are being educated in the city in fear. No person should have to live under the dark cloud of fear.
Well, go back to your homeland and fix that up.
Especially when all you want is to live the American dream.
Live the dream back in your home.
Which has now become a nightmare.
If it's a nightmare, go home and create a dream there.
I am asking each and every one of you to take part in elevating the life of every resident of the Charlotte Mecklenburg area.
Nah.
If you have any sense of your own humanity, understand we are only as great as how we treat the other person.
Bro, they don't ever talk like this about black people. They don't ever talk about this. They don't ever speak like this when it comes to us. We get shot down. They busting into the wrong house with the faulty warrant, shooting us in the living room, shooting us in the back, dragging us out of the car. When Mr. Brooks, the poor man, was in custody with cuffs on, 16 cops beat him to death. Brothers getting hung from trees left and right. They don't come out with the same kind of energy at all. Send them all home. Send them all home. I'm going to call ICE myself. My patience for this bullshit is over, bro. And you know what? Every time I start to think about how many jacked up things have happened to people that look like me, and I don't ever get this kind of energy out of any of the politicians that we allegedly vote for, I don't care about none of them. None of them. I am over it. Go home. Send them home. I'll call ICE myself. Haitian, Jamaican, Ghanaian, Swedish, Canadian, Mexican, Honduran, Venezuelan. Bounce. Bounce. Bounce.
Bounce.
Deuces. I'm gonna call ICE myself. Me and the white man got an understanding. Every once in a while, yeah, you know what? They get out of line and we need to do some straightening. But we have an understanding, him and I. Me and Mr. Charlie have an understanding. I know his racist. I know what he's all about. We've been telling you what Mr. Charlie's all about. Y'all don't want to listen to us. We know what Mr. Charlie's all about. Mr. Charlie respects us.
Funny how you disingenuously not condemning FBI on FBA violence. Those violence running around with switches and immigrants.
Yes, they are immigrants, actually. Yes, they absolutely are immigrants. They are, and or they're the progeny of the baby mama culture that I'm not too particularly fond of also. So they can get it too.
Yeah.
They can get it too.
Of course, they're also created by this system.
Yeah. That y'all created them. Y'all created them. If we can get to them and save them, I would love to. If I could get to a young man and say, hey, brother, you know what? That's not the way. This is a setup. This is a setup. They did this so that they can get you caught up. And if you will listen, and I got you. But for those that don't want to listen and they walk around here just like they mama, look, they can go and get it too. Baby mama culture didn't come from here. That's a Jamaican Haitian thing. That's not us. It's really not us. That's them.
Well,
that's us. So it's not disingenuous at all. I stand on every single bit of my FBA lineage. There ain't this FBA violence. No. The only FBA violence there is when we're clapping back on these white tea supremacists. That's when you start to see the Carmelo Anthony's. Guess what? YT supremacy defended himself. Bang. Right? Michael was his Donner or Donner, that cop that went at, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bang. That's what we're on around here. I don't want to hear none of that bull. Nah, you crazy. Yeah, no, send these fools home. Just get them out of here.
Back in those failed homelands, y'all crap on each other.
Yes.
And everything is dilapidated because y'all don't stand on no business. Y'all don't deal with nobody.
No.
And then you come over here and leech off of us and try to do the same thing with us. And
Leech.
this is why we'll let you hold your own nuts.
Yes, hold them.
Love must be the foundation of who we are and how we move.
Let me get the hell out of here. These are shaming tactics.
Yeah. Bro, they don't ever stomp like that for us, bro. None of these politicians stand up for us at all. They never say and do what they do for these other people for us. They don't ever do that. Unacceptable. If all of these politicians, these people that allegedly and supposedly call themselves trying to represent blacks and represent black people, they don't ever actually stand up for black people. They really don't. It's ridiculous for real.
Tactics. Ladies and
and
gentlemen.
any of us that speak on we usually saying some tether or coon to try to derail the conversation.
Yeah. So what's the solution, Broken Blade? I mean all this all this FBA stuff. Like, what's your solution? You've got to have what's your solution? So what's the solution? And Tariq Nasheed is your leader, so he's your leader. And what's your solution? Leader, solution, FBA, criminal violence, FBA, violence, criminal violence.
As I said, as he said, he's not our leader. The biggest mouthpiece.
He's just someone, bro. You're either a foundational Black American or you're not. You're either of the lineage or you're not, right? Just like you're either Jamaican or you're not. Either you're Haitian or you're not. Isn't it crazy how we're the only group of people where they do not want us to have a home? It's offensive for us to be like, okay, bet. This is more we overrepresented in the military, overrepresented in every single war. They tried to full blown take us out in Vietnam. Like literally sent as many of us over there as they could, hoping that we would die in that jungle and never come back.
Over an incident that was complete bullshit.
That was complete bull. Complete bull. Go ahead and talk to him, Tariq.
The damn shaming tactics. Let's be very clear. We are not foundational Black Americans. We are not a damn immigrant group. We are native-born, ethnic, foundational Black Americans created right here on this soil. We had a unique ethnogenesis, ladies and gentlemen, mixing with the Black Aboriginal that was already here. The captives brought over from Africa through forced trafficking, resulting in a new people, not an immigrant population. We are not immigrants. Captives did not immigrate. They were absorbed into an emerging population that already existed on this land. Many Black people were already on this land prior to European arrival, and then the people forced over, blended in with that. That created an ethnogenesis, ladies and gentlemen. That is not no damn immigration in any sense of the word, ladies and gentlemen. Immigration, that implies voluntary entry. That implies making a deal. That implies pledging allegiance to a new nation. No, that means leaving somewhere and then going somewhere better. No. We had an extremely unique situation, not even comparable in any sense of the word to some damn immigration. You don't immigrate into fucking slavery. You idiots. You don't immigrate into slavery, lynchings, and beatings. It's disrespectful to even frame the narrative like that.
Thank you. And that's not, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's making me indignant. It's like, yo, what are you even talking about? And it's just crazy. But it took us saying it and seeing the response of all of these people. And I'm like, oh, wow, this really offends you. Like you really were drinking all the Kool-Aid and thought that we were this. And like you really believe that narrative. Like we're not that. Like we're not that thing that you think we are. Like that's not really us. Like it's really not. They want it to be so bad. But see, that's what they see in the news and that's what they see on TV. So that's what they think. But the majority of us are not even like that. And I'm so glad they are starting to have to hold their own nuts and they're finding out real quick that, oh, we had this all wrong. Yes, you had this all wrong. Yes, you had a lot of this all wrong.
These people are so damn disrespectful, it's ridiculous. We didn't immigrate into abuse. We had to overcome that. We don't immigrate into being property. We had to overcome that. Disrespectful ass.
Disrespectful.
These people piss me off. It's not even remotely the same.
Not even close.
A lot of the stuff we were before the ethnogenesis were deliberately, violently stripped, removing the very definition of what a damn immigrant is.
Violently stripped. Get it right. Violently stripped. Man, boy, I'll tell you what, YouTube, boy, is putting, you talk about, they got ads on Tariq's stuff. This, remember what I was telling you? Tariq is like 4X everything. This is like an ad every 2 minutes, bro. I wonder if he knows that. Shout out to Solo Dole, my brother from another mother. What's up, bro? From the cloud. Salute, salute, salute. I wonder if he knows that. If he's like, bro, do you know that they're putting ads like every 2 minutes on your videos, like on your lives? Bro, he had 150,000 people in his live on TikTok. Over 100,000 people on YouTube last night. In a live. 100,000 people on YouTube. That's crazy, bro. Tariq Nasheed is doing better than CNN. I'm not even exaggerating.
No, this is not. saying much. Their credibility's been in the shitter for a minute.
I mean, you right. You right.
Yeah, still,
You right. He out of line.
Yeah.
He's out of line, but he's right. Shout out to Solo Dolo, man, my brother from another mother, man. Salute. Your package is about to be on its way, sir. Shout out to Solo Dolo. That's my brother for sure. Yeah.
The oppression here, this survival identity was shaped by American soil, the laws, the oppression here, this survival strategies here, not immigrant assimilation. We had to start from scratch. And get everything out of the mud. Immigration means somebody's helping your ass. Nobody helped us. We had to get it all out the damn mud.
Literally.
We didn't have a DACA program. Nobody gave us a credit card with some money on it the minute we got here. No.
In fact, not only that, but the first bank failure, they stole our money. The first banks we were allowed to put money into. Freedmen's Bank. We were the first bank failure. A bunch of white men stole a bunch of black folks' money. So and that's fresh out of slavery, dog. Can you imagine fresh out of slavery and the first money you save up gets stolen by the white man's bank? Yo. I pull a new cat. I pull a.
We had little food pantries and stuff on us. We had to create our own cuisine out of scraps. The hell? It ain't the same. We ain't no damn immigrants. Whew, man.
Amen.
Ethnogenesis means that we became a distinct people with a lineage tied to this land, not to any African country, because now those African nations don't even exist no more. Those African nation states, they don't exist no more.
Yep.
So that's an attempt to really erase both.
Go ahead.
It's just so people understand about the concept of ethnogenesis. That could be that ethnogenesis of separate cultures could be acknowledged from an outside group, like a group of scientists, paleontologists, or it could be self-proclaimed. By its definition.
Okay. I did not realize that it could be also self-proclaimed. I mean, we got to put some things into perspective real quick. And I'm going to just build on what you just said and build on what Tariq just said. The nations that sold us are no longer, they don't even exist anymore. So the group of people that made it over here meshed with the blacks that were here. There were absolutely black aboriginals on this land. For those of you guys that are just can't believe it, you go looking. You don't even have to look that hard to find out that there was a whole lot of black Indians here. Just because the red Indians is what you always, because they wanted to call those the civilized tribes, right? So now we understand why they called them the civilized tribes. Now we understand, because since those are the civilized tribes, and that means that the other ones are not so civilized, and that we can go on ahead and call them Negro and enslave them because they're not civilized. They're savages.
Yeah.
So we mixed with them. The places where we allegedly came from aren't even existing anymore. And then Nigeria got its name in the 1950s and 60s. Half of those, all of those countries have been carved up by European countries and given names in the last 50, 60, 70 years. But I'm a new group. You see how silly that sounds? You see how crazy that sounds?
Gave them those names.
White people. Niger, I always thought that was a joke.
Yeah.
Nigeria. I always thought that was a joke. I'm like, oh, you just gonna call me nigga, huh? You just gonna call me, you just gonna call straight to my face. Is that what you gonna do? Is that what you really gonna do right now? Okay, I see what you did there. I always thought it was a sick joke.
Yeah. And now I'm damn near certain of it.
Absolutely. Shout out to Cortez. What's up, brother? Yeah. So all these people talking smack about our country, South Africa, it's yo, your country is newer than my grandmother. What are y'all talking about? And you gonna try to tell me about I don't have any, Broken Blade. I found records of holdings all the way into the Civil War. Into the Civil War. Holdings into the Civil War with my name. My name. And these fools come over here talking about I don't know where I came from. Yo, the disrespect is like on a whole nother level, bro. Whole nother level.
Sides of our actual heritage.
Mm.
The Black Aboriginal presence and the captives whose identities were stripped. See, that new ethnic group created a fusion that's non-immigrant. Yeah?
Non-immigrant.
I want y'all to understand who helped strip some of the former identity. Because you put it on the Europeans, which they did.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we had to create a whole new ethnic identity out the mud on this land. Because the Aboriginal identity, a lot of that was stripped away.
Big time.
We retained a lot of that, but a lot was stripped away. The African identity was stripped away. We retained some remnants of it, but most of that was stripped away. We had to form a whole new ethnic identity. The people who were erasing that ethnic identity on both sides were the white supremacists and the damn African tribal leaders.
And the African tribal leaders.
See, the African identity, ladies and gentlemen, was erased before the Europeans started taking people. Are we ready to talk about that? They were doing little rituals over there when they were capturing people.
Mm-hmm. What is it? What do they call it? The tree of forgetfulness?
Yeah.
The tree of forgetfulness, huh? Because they don't want us to remember what they did to us.
To sever the captive's identity before the Europeans ever came and got them. Oh, let's not forget about the tree of forgetfulness over there.
Mm-hmm.
Over there, I think it was in Dahomey. Those Dahomey Sambos were over there getting people, and before they sold them to the Europeans, they had them walk around the tree of forgetfulness so they could forget what was being done to them by the African tribal leaders. So they were creating a spiritual and cultural and communal disconnect over there before cats got on the ships. The captives were treated as permanent outsiders. They were not treated as members of those African communities.
See, we ought to bust every African we see right in the mouth. Every single one. Every single one. Scamming ass Nigerians. I'm just saying. That's what they do, no? Scamming ass Somalis. That's what they're doing up there in Minnesota, no? Scamming.
Huh? They caught and sold people who they viewed as foreigners. That psychological break was by design, ladies and gentlemen. That was by design.
By design.
Huh? And that ethnic identity removal helped create the conditions for a new ethnogenesis. So I don't want them to spin the block now after y'all went out of your way to sever our identity from yours to say, hey, we're all brothers. Now you down bad. We're all brothers.
Brothers.
No, we didn't forget that. No.
We didn't forget.
No. No, we ain't playing that game.
No, the white T folks can get it too. The white T folks can get it. Yeah. And definitely the Africans, absolutely.
Say your feelings there, Dr. Black Native Son.
Yeah, yo.
We going after everybody. We've been calling.
Yeah, everybody can get it. You know what? Everybody can get it. And like I said, I need some Democrats or somebody that wants to jump up here and defend themselves, please. Africans or Democrats, please. Is there any Africans in the chat that feel like I'm out of line? Speak up. Speak up or forever hold your peace. I'll put the link in the chat. I need a Democrat shill or a tether. I'm in a mood right now. I need some, you know what I'm saying? Like I have questions. Cause see, that's the thing. All of the difference between blacks, American blacks, and all of these Africans is that we stand up to YT supremacy. We do. None of no other group does. Asians bend the knee. Indians bend the knee. Mexicans bend the knee. Africans bend the knee. Nigerians, so I can get specific. Ghanaians, South Africans, all of y'all bend the knee. American blacks are the only group of blacks that do not bend the knee. Do not bend the knee. All the rest of y'all are clowns. You know what we didn't get from Africa? You know what we didn't bring over here from Africa? that chicken gene, that fleeing gene, that run from shit gene, that okay massa, yes massa gene. We don't have that. That didn't come over. That didn't make it. That didn't make it. Braxton, this is sparring gloves on. Who next? Yo, let's go. Yo, I'm just tired of the disrespect.
Okay,
And
be active. Let's talk with logical sense a second. If real Americans, the indigenous of the Americans, that should mean that everyone else is an immigrant, including you. Again,
you're slow. You're slow. You're slow.
Being
He's so
brought here
slow.
against your will.
Yeah,
It's not immigration.
it's not immigration. Idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. Immigration's like, I live in another country and I, on my own accord, make my way to another country and I fill out paperwork and I present it to the people at the border and I say, hey, I'd like to come into your country and jump through whatever hoops and pay whatever money to become a citizen of this country. That's, or come over and have a baby so that my kid can be a citizen and then I can eventually be a citizen. That's what that means. It's not even logical sense. Don't you like when dumb people try to sound smart? Let's see. You and the rest are gonna love that video. What video is that? Let's see. Calling the cops on a. That does not surprise me at all. That doesn't surprise me at all. Let's see. We're always a number. Absolutely. Because again, we're the only group that really doesn't. We'll catch that video on the. I can't grab it from here, but I'll try to cue it up next time, Braxton. Yeah, I know. I love that you guys put that in the chat, but I can't. I'm not gonna. Sometimes stuff be. I want to try to pull links out of the external, and I don't know what they are. Sometimes whatever. Email it to me. Email it to me, and then we'll catch it on the next one for sure. But no, man, I'm not into. All of these people are trying to like shoehorn their way into this whole thing, and I'm like, bro, you don't. What? Why is it so hard to understand? 1606. So from the 1600s all the way up until the early 1950s and 60s, there were not a lot of immigrants here, bro. They were Irish, Italian. There were no blacks. They were not letting other blacks into this country. It was us and the white folks from the 1600s all the way up until now. But we don't know where our history is. We're the immigrants. Are you stupid? How many generations does it take for how many? Tell me, who is any of this? Be active. How many ancestors do I need? How many great grandparents do I need to have before I'm a citizen of this country? Before I'm a native of this country? How many? I'm asking. Be active.
Yeah, that bad faith conversation, dude. Bad faith argument.
I just want him to know how stupid he sounds.
Yeah, brought here by the European and Africans, which means you must.
So wait. He must be Mexican. You Mexican, ain't you? Mexicans ain't even Mexican. Mexicans weren't even real for real until the Spanish got over there and made the abomination that is now Mexicans. Like, what are you even talking about? Mutt?
Great being the Taino.
Yeah, mutt. What are we talking about? And then they're talking about, well, we were indigenous people. Yo, the Mexicans made a transaction, by the paperwork, they sold the land. We're the only group of blacks that are entitled to land here in America. Us. That's crazy. You just need to be born here. Hey, guess what? Why is that? Be active. Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is that? Go ahead, tell me the amendment. Tell me the amendment. Be active. Why is it that when you're just being born here get you citizenship? Why do you think that is? Be active. Tell me. Go ahead. Tell me. Yeah, 14th Amendment, stupid. After the Emancipation Proclamation, stupid. Moron. You freaking, I know you Latino. Mexicans, I'm sorry, man. They gotta do better. Y'all Hispanics gotta do better. Y'all Hispanics got to do better. You really do. They're just not used. They're not used to getting the heat back. They're used to like just putting all that stuff out and not having anybody push back. They're not used to that. Brother, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what you're talking. Like you are on some. Nobody wants to give American blacks their credit. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, 1868. Absolutely. You know why? Because there's a whole population of blacks here, fresh out of slavery, and it made sure that they all stamped on their citizenship. Be active. They weren't immigrants. They've been here. All these blacks been here. Stupid. Man, this is crazy. Ain't nobody hating on no white people. We don't hate white people. What you got here going over here? Hey, you guys hate white people like the rest of you. Man, you're in the wrong spot, broski.
Clearly, you just came in here and haven't followed the conversation.
You know what's really funny though? You know what's funny though? The crazy part is y'all are in here on my shit. Don't y'all got something to do? Isn't it Monday evening? Ain't y'all got something to do? You got some homework or something? Some porn to watch or something? Some corn to watch, right? I mean, I guess if you want to give me some, let's see what it says. Pretend describes a lot of talk. You're proud of the lineage without being divisive. Oh, now, but no. See, it's only divisive when we fight back, right? Like I said, we can't defend ourselves. We were nice for years. We voted.
Everyone.
We tried to work with everyone for years. We voted y'all into office. We let y'all into the NAACP, and we let you into all of our organizations. And you know what y'all did? Stabbed us in the back. Every single time. And as soon as you get past the line and the white man says, hey, look, I'll give you some crumbs if you tell us what's happening over on da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you sell us out. Every single time. Sell us out. So no, man. No, we see it now. We didn't see it before.
Let's call it out the truth.
Yeah, we see it now.
What is that?
Yeah, we see it now. Y'all can't hide anymore. We can see it now. All these politicians. Well, I'm not getting reparations, so y'all don't need any reparations. They gave the Jews reparations. I'm sorry, the Canadians reparations. They gave the Canadians reparations. They gave the Chinese reparations. They gave the Japanese reparations. They gave the Indians reparations. But somehow the one group of people who actually were enslaved, that literally are built in, there are the bodies of black people in the foundations of the White House. There are literal black people. There are in New York, there's graveyards full of slaves in half of those buildings downtown. Boston, same thing. Charleston, same thing. Oh, you really must be former Spanish territories. former, meaning no longer.
Yeah.
What is it now? What is it now? Go ahead. What is it now? You typed a lot. What is it now? Go ahead. What are all those territories now? What's it called? You got it?
It's about war.
Yeah. Whose is it? Who took it? Go ahead. Put it in the chat. Somebody help Beat Active out. He's got there. Okay, finish. What is it now though?
Yeah.
What is it now though? Go ahead. What is it now? These are all former territories. I get that, former, past. That's just like Africa, right? What was Nigeria before Nigeria? What was Ghana before Ghana? What was the Congo before Congo? It was all something, right? What was Egypt before Egypt? It was all something, right? Okay, so what is it now? Oh, we got real. What happened? You forget. You got. What happened? You were doing so good. What happened?
The plumber bringing up old shit. We're talking about now, like
Yeah, he was on to something. He was getting there. You were cooking, Beat Active. You were cooking. You got all the way up to, you got Louisiana Purchase, and there we go, Florida. See, you got more. Mississippi, yes. Okay, what is it now? All those places that you're naming, what are they now? And what are all of those states that you're naming off? They're part of what? They're part of what country? Go ahead. Come on. Oh, see, Cody, you're cheating. Don't give it to him, Cody. Don't give it to him. He was doing good. He was doing so good. Like, right? He was copying and pasting. I bet he's got Google. He's got like a bunch of windows open, and he's got Google, and he's copying and pasting. He was doing so good. Now go ahead. Give me the whatever. Man, Mexicans don't like black people, and black people the one that, you're right. You're right. They sure did outlaw slavery. It was a black man that did that.
And they took him out.
Y'all traitorous ass Mexicans. Where is it? Oh, come on. You're almost there, Beat Active. You're almost there, Beat Active. Former colonies.
Yeah.
Former. What is it now, though? Come on, Beat Active. You got it. What is it now? What are all those former territories that are now states in what country? You got it. You're almost there. You're real close. You're like right there.
The fuck are you talking about?
I love it. Oh, but you're arguing these United States.
The whole truth for these United States. Yeah, they won by military might. Like, what's?
It is what it is, man. To the victors go the spoils. Look, man. Regardless of however you want to, you can smack it, flip it, rub it on down. You can, however you want to slice it or dice it, whatever. This is still the winning side. Sure, I don't like what these motherfuckers did. No, I don't like what they did. I don't like slavery. I don't like this. I don't like that. But at the end of the day, I'm on the winning side. I'm on the side that won. It's my economy that you're coming to. Y'all are trying to get into this country. I'm not trying to get into yours. I'm not trying to go to Africa. I'm not trying to go to Mexico. I'm not trying to go to Canada. I'm not trying to go to Ghana. I'm not trying to go to Nigeria. I'm not trying to go to any of these other countries. I'm not trying to go to Haiti. I'm not trying to go to Jamaica. I'm not trying to go to any of those places. Y'all are trying to come here. Here. And my family, our families have a lineage here, not you guys's. No matter how you spin it. We used to, back in the territory that we used to have back in the 1600s, and then we fought and we died in the first. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. Hey, tell me something. How many of these African countries are still named the same thing they were in the 1800s?
Ethiopia. Top of my head.
The only one. Pretty much the only one. All of them got different names now. They let some white man drew up their borders, and they all sliced and diced, and the Dutch took this part, and the Portuguese took that part, and the French.
Not even Ethiopia.
Not even Ethiopia.
Yeah, biblically they're called Kush. Kush. So probably
Kemet, Kush.
Yeah.
Right. Which again, I'm not knocking Africa. It's just crazy that people try to come over here and talk shit, but then they don't even realize that, like, we've got longer lineages than all of you guys. You're trying to say that we don't know where we came from, and our actual documented history is longer here than any of you assholes. Like, any of you. It doesn't even make any sense. Once again, be active. You're so close. You're so close. You're so close. You're Googling. I know you're Googling. You got sweat beating off your head, and your fingers are working real fast, and you're clicking and copy paste. I know, but they're all of these places that you're mentioning are all part of what country? He's proving my point. He don't even know it, but he's proving my point. He's proving my point.
He's
proving my point. Like I said, bro, I'm proud to be an American. Yes. Not proud of everything that they did, but I'm proud to be an American. Yes, absolutely. I got blood. You know what? There's a Holden, Louisiana. There's a Holden Circle that my family home is on. There's a family farm that we have, Holden, with my name on it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So Dr. Black Native Son, blow me. Blow me.
You dead ass emotional over.
I got land, bro. I got land, brother. I got land, lineage. I got name, brother. Belongs to me, brother. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Everybody in Africa trying to dance and shuck and jive, you know, they're trying to do what comes natural to us. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is, Broken Blade. You know what it is? I bet you he lost a girlfriend to a black dude. That's what it is. I knew it. That's what it is. Because that's the thing that really be sending these. That's supposed to be spinning these dudes up. Like when they see their girl walking hand in hand away with a black man, you know what I'm saying, with that mandingo, they get upset. I understand. I would be upset too, because they don't really grow them that big in Mexico, Broken Blade. They don't grow them that big.
Dr. Black Native Son, like, why don't you have pride towards your own land?
Once again,
from the continent of Africa.
Look, man, and here's the thing too.
All the wealth of resources, diamonds, oil, uranium.
Once again.
Y'all should be the superpower, but you keep willingly giving it away.
Yeah, they sell each other out. Yes.
Europe, China.
Yeah, but being sellouts is in their DNA. It's crazy. Being a sellout is in their.
The bulk of your warriors.
Yeah, being a sellout is in their DNA. It's crazy. You still never answered what I said. All of those states are part of what country? Let's see. Voted to become. Oh yeah. Was built by immigrants. Wasn't built by immigrants, man. Wasn't built by immigrants. It was built by slaves. Immigrants picked up the slack when they made it illegal to bring slaves in. After they made it illegal to bring slaves in, yeah, you're right. They went directly to that. This is funny. Anyways, y'all, this has been fun, ladies and gentlemen. I'm keeping this under 2 hours because I'm about to clip this up. I really appreciate the banter. This has been fun. But at the end of the day, you guys are all, and normally I end it with Broken Blade, but unfortunately, and Broken Blade, you want to say something real quick before we end it? I got a couple, like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'll try to be quick about this.
Sorry, my fault. This was just too much fun.
No, it's fine. Let's go back to something you said earlier. Embrace the court system. I do agree with that. We need to have lawyers on retainer. We need to sue and sue often. I've been studying chess, as I've brought up before, which is part of why so many white supremacists are hell-bent on trying to make Tariq Nasheed the leader of the FBA movement. They're thinking, take him out, checkmate. No, fuckers. This is a bloodline. This is a lineage. He's a great mouthpiece. Respect to him. But should something happen to him, good Lord forbid that day should come. But if it happens, you're going to deal with someone younger, more energetic, and perhaps more charismatic.
Facts.
And why I brought up chess, another concept I learned, if you want to turn the tide in the game, you got to take the offensive. So we need to start suing like hell. This shit has gotten way beyond egregious. As I've said it before, many foundational Black Americans are Christian. Though many of us were taught the Bible incorrectly. Many of us, I think patience is a virtue, but we have leaned way too far on that. Many of us are waiting on God. I think God might be waiting on us. Now I'll land my plane there.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Really, truly appreciate you. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. This has been fun. You guys, come on back and take a tongue lashing. This has been enjoyable. I don't get a chance to talk smack to idiots that often. No, you know, I'm not gonna call you any names. My bad. I appreciate you coming through. Like, share, and subscribe. Real talk. We mean all of this good-heartedly. I will holler at you in the next one. We out. Peace.
Because that's just what's happening. We are winning. We winning. We winning. We winning.